my eye on that. You know, it's Dancer from Dancers, Coins, and Collectibles. 4K by 60. All right. So one of the things I'm trying to do once a year. You saw the big acquisition last year. I've got a smaller one that I acquired this year. What do the old guys, old group, old school, OS, stacking community, the silver, the older generation silver stackers, not collectors, but silver stackers, what do their collections look like that I come across? The collectors, remember, the collectors will have albums in them, different years, all that kind of stuff. Where the stackers or the old school stackers will have, oh, here's a silver quarter, I'll put that off to the side. Next time you see a silver quarter, and that's how old school silver stackers stacked, right? Okay, so why don't we go through, I just made this acquisition. We'll go through and see what we find out there. And as you can hear, you can hear it on the side as I'm trying to kind of sort them together and everything. Hope everybody's days were great. So you always, there generally will be some Eisenhowers in there. And they won't be silver, but they'll think that these Eisenhowers were silver, so you'll always find some silver, non-silver clad Eisenhowers in there. And of course, when you're thinking of buying these, a buck a piece, right? A buck a piece. So I always generally, I've seen that in every single one that it's come across my desk. Everybody thinks that these Eisenhowers are miraculously expensive, and they're not expensive whatsoever. Okay, let me keep on going. Jeez, can you hear it? I know, there's a lot of stuff on the side, so let me share that with you as it comes around. Geez, you kidding me? Okay, well, that one is a little bit better there. I know, I'll be right back. I'll be right back. There always will be some peace dollars. Generally, peace dollars, you'll see more peace dollars than Morgan dollars, but there's always be peace dollars. They're generally not in fantastic shape, but you'll always find peace dollars out there. You will also find, holy moly, really? I should know what I got here, right? You'll also find, if you find peace dollars, that generally means that if you're lucky, you will also find, is it the last bag I'm going to grab? It's the last freaking bag I'm going to grab out of here. Yeah, look at that. Okay, you'll also find Morgans. So you'll find Morgan dollars out there. Generally find less Morgan than you will peace. And this one I found more Morgans than peace dollars out there. So you'll get all the different kind of silver dollars out there and non-silver dollars. As far as other ones, go to the half dollars. You always get, generally you'll get a very good amount of 1964 Kennedy half dollars. And most people don't know the other ones, but there are, what are the other ones? There, of course, are the ones, the 65 to 70. Wow. Wow. So they're all the 65 to 70 Kennedys. A little bit, well, a lot more difficult to sell than those over there. So, and then we go back, right? So we have Kennedys back there. The next halves we would find would be, right, Franklin halves. Any Franklin halves? Yeah, I got some Franklin halves in here. And Franklin halves, I usually see a lot of Franklin halves, so this isn't bad, but I usually see about 20 or so in the collections I get. So there's your Franklin halves. And before the Franklin halves came the Walking Liberty halves. So a lot of Walking Liberty halves. And the Walking Liberty halves, you usually see them from 1940 and beyond. You don't see too many pre-1940 because 1940 is when they ramped up the production. And there's 10 million and so from 40 years and Do we have anything beyond that? No. So then we go to the quarters. Of course, that would be the Washington quarters. So I usually see Washington quarters en masse. Lots of Washington quarters. Always get lots of Washington quarters. A lot of people, of course, have access to them, and easy to collect, easy to determine. So 2 bags of Washington quarters. And then, is there anything older than that? No, there's nothing really older than that other than Standing Liberties, right? And actually, you will see a few. Usually I don't see this many, but you will see some Standing Liberty quarters also. Typical in this generation stacking. And no barbers yet, right? No barbers yet. Let's go then to our friend. Oh, not you. Not you. You. Yeah, you. Oh no. Really? They're here. They're here. Don't let them, right? Don't let them lie to you. They are here. And they are hiding somewhere. Really? They're hiding. But, of course, you'll also get a number of very common Liberty Head Mercury dimes. Usually get a lot of these. And you get a lot of Roosevelt dimes. Which, why am I... Oh, that's why, because look at that. You usually get a tonnage of these too. So a lot of dimes. I always see mass quantities of dimes when people present them to me. Then you go to nickels. I hate nickels, don't I? But there are people that do collect the Wartime nickels. So you'll get Wartime nickels. And before the Wartime nickels, there were Buffalo nickels. And Healy, really? Oh, yeah. Okay, before that, Buffalo nickels. I generally see very few Buffalo nickels. This is more than what I usually see. If the Buffalo nickels, you have the V nickels. About what I see. Yeah, right? Not that many. And then, of course, we move on to the pennies. And I'm going to kind of do it in bass-ass reverse. Oh, no, that looks like... Okay. Indian heads. I don't ever see Indian heads. I don't ever see Indian heads. So this is like a plethora of Indian heads for me. And then you also see Chinese Brights pennies. And then you see pennies. And then you see these are all wheat cents. Pennies. Oh. And then sometimes you'll see more pennies, wheat cents. And then it wheat cents. Holy cow, it's going to blacken out all the silver. Wheat cents. And the crazy? You have to wheat cents. So there you go. This is a typical collection that I find out there. I am not one of the big boys, as you know. I don't buy just specific expensive coins, this, that, or the other thing. I try and buy coins and I try and get them to where they should be rather than just have them melted down and all that kind of stuff and sold for mass. I do try and get some of these to their collectors, but here you go. This is how I see them. This is always how I see them, except I usually see less wheat cents. They're usually non-wheat cents. So, as we say here at Dancers, Coins, and Collectibles, it's all about coin acquisitions. Holy moly. Coin acquisitions. 3. I only got 4, right? Coin acquisitions. And coin acquisitions. I hope you have a great weekend. Yes, I do. I do really hope you have a great weekend. We'll see you next week.